What's good, Commanders fans, and great morning and happy Saturday. I just wanted to make a video here about Von Miller. His contract details finally came out. So it is a 1 year, $6.1 million deal with incentives that could reach $10.5 million. And we have that with a couple of guys. Like Zach Ertz had an incentive laden deal last year, which he did hit, I think, with the Falcons touchdown catch. He hit that. And Von Miller also had an incentive laden deal last year with the Bills where he had his sixth sack on Drake May and he got a $1.5 million bonus. So this is typical with veterans. We already have it with Zach Ertz. Some young guys have incentive laden deals as well, but it's probably like, oh, he has to get six sacks and then he'll get $1.5 million, 7 or 8 sacks. He'll get like another million or something like that. Like last year with his contract, he had a chance to earn an additional $2 million if he had secured two more sacks in that game. So if he would have had 8 sacks, he would have got a $2 million bonus. So potentially he can get 10 million. So if let's say he does get like 8 or 10 sacks, then he possibly could get that $10 million. It may be games played, it could be sacks. They probably don't have pressures in there. They probably don't go that deep. They probably just make it simple as far as like sacks and games played and different things like that to meet the $10 million bonus. So they did not reveal the incentives, but like I said, I like the move. I know there were some other pass rushers available like Zadarius Smith, and I wasn't too high on Matt Judon and Preston Smith, but I think this is a good deal. And I know people keep saying we're old, we're the unction, and we're the old team, we're a nursing home and all that. All the elderly guys did well last year. Austin Eckler, all pro. Bobby Wagner, all pro. Zach Ertz had a heck of a season. He had 11 catches in the NFC Championship game. So all the old guys, Nick Ballore, elderly. Tress Way, elderly. Tress Way is a Pro Bowl or should be Pro Bowl, perennial Pro Bowl, all-pro punter. Every season he has a great year. But last year we didn't need him much because our offense was so darn good. Zach Ertz had 66 catches for 654 yards and 7 touchdowns last year, which is really, really darn good production for him. Especially a guy that does not provide any yak. Like, imagine if he was a yak guy. He probably would have had like 750 yards instead of just 654 if he had some type of ability for yak. But like I said, I don't care. It is what it is. As long as he catches the football, moves forward, and moves the chains, unlike the Steelers game, I'm fine with Zach. I love Zach. I'm a big Zach fan, so I don't call him a dinosaur and stuff. I know people get upset when I say no yak Zach. But I'm a big Zach Ertz fan. He's 34. Our average age is about 28. And if you look at Super Bowl teams, a lot of Super Bowl teams were older. They were veteran. They were well seasoned. They have been there, done that. They had a lot of leadership and guys who have been through the tough times in the trenches and that were smart football players. So we have a very young quarterback. So that's the main thing. Our quarterback is, 25, 24? So, I mean, we have guys that are ring chasing that are coming here that want to come here and they know they're not going to get a lot of money. They're not coming here just for the money. They're coming here to win, and it shows that with a 1 year, $6 million deal. So, Vaughn, I want to see how much he had with the Bills last year compared to this year. But Vaughn still has some left in the tank, man. He had a 6-year, $120 million contract with the Bills that began in 2022. He was released in March 2025. Okay, so that was his deal with the Bills. But, yeah, I think he's going to have a really good season here. I think he's going to have a good season as a rotational pass rusher, third down guy, come in and just rush the passer, just pin his ears back, not having to think too much, and just see ball, get ball, see quarterback, get the quarterback, and bring him down. And he's going to be coached by Ryan Kerrigan, where they're both similar ages as well. So I think that's really going to work out for us under Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. as well. So you look at some numbers. This is from John Kahn. He said fourth quarter playoffs, we only had 2 pass rush wins in the fourth quarter, and Vaughn had 3 in 3 playoff games. So we only had 2 pass rush wins in the fourth quarter in our 3 playoff games last year, and the entire team only had 2, but Von Miller had 3. So anything makes a difference. Anything helps. Our fourth quarter pass rush win rate was 13.3% in the fourth quarter last year, and then Von Miller was 25.5% in the fourth quarter last year throughout. So and he's not he's not bad against the run. It's not like he's just awful. Like he's solid against the run too. If we do throw him out there on second down, in some games. So, but I like the deal. I will be at training camp July 29th, so I can't wait to see him in person. We definitely have a lot of guys with big time resumes out there on the field for sure. So I can't wait to see him. So transitioning to a roster move, Timothy McKay, the offensive lineman. He was a undrafted free agent. He actually had a pretty big contract compared to some of the other UDFAs. I think he was like one of the main contracts that came out. He had like a $275,000 contract or something like that. Now he slid in the draft. He went to NC State, played guard, a little bit of tackle too. He slid in the draft because he tore his pec in a workout. I think it was like the bench press, and he tore his pec. He had $275,000, and he was like the second highest UDFA deal. He was a priority UDFA signing. Tim McKay. Tim McKay also hit a 75.5 PFF grade, which is pretty darn good as well. I'm trying to find the article here where it went. So McKay played 726 snaps at right guard in 2024 and earned a career high 70.5 PFF overall grade. He got better as the season progressed, allowing 0 sacks or quarterback hits in his final 5 games. That was per PFF. So he is going to be placed on the non-football injury list. So, but he's still gonna count towards the 90-man roster per Zach Selby. He will begin camp by rehabbing on the side field. So I still think they need to make a corresponding move and release somebody for Von Miller to be on the 90-man roster. He's going to make the 53. He's going to make the roster, of course. But I think they still need to release somebody, especially with only putting Tim McKay on the non-football injury list, and he still counts towards the 90-man roster. So I think they need to make a move. I do think they're going to release probably one of the wide receivers, if I had to guess. But we'll see who they decide to move on from to open up a spot for Von Miller. Noah Brown looks good working out. I may make a separate video talking about him, working out and stuff like that. I'll probably make that like tomorrow, something like that, and just put like a clip up of him working out, his rehab and stuff like that. And how important he is to the roster, and people have been hyping him up too. Like Deebo Samuel's hyped him up this year, his route running and stuff. Like Zach Ertz said something about him too, so I'll probably make a video about that tomorrow. So, all right, you guys, this actually is a quick video, and I'm gonna wrap this up under 10 minutes. I can't wait for training camp. It starts on Wednesday, July 23rd. I can't wait. So I just got done working out, so that's why I like look real glossy and got my headband on and stuff like that. You already know Nike, Team Nike. You already know what it is with that. So, all right, guys. Hello, Commanders. Have a great weekend. Peace.